Hello, I'm very excited to introduce you to the Sculpt prop by Addon. Sculpt prop by Addon is a great tool that you can use while doing Sculpt. It is an add-on that consists of a radial pie menu. You can use it with a lot of selection here. You can use color layer, base, set list, mask area. And you can use 3D cursor right now in Blender. And you can use it by taking the object to space. I developed a system. At the same time, you can use all of these as a preset. And there are a lot of differences in the add-on part. Now let's see how it works. Let's install the Sculpt prop add-on and then activate it. Let's look at what is the short way first. I indicated it as a short way. You can change it here. If you press a button on the letters on the keyboard, the menu opens. Let's take it to the side. As you can see, a movable menu opens. You can add and remove the brushes you want in this menu. How can you do this? Let's open the menu slot from here. As you can see, there are some brushes here that I added as a default. And when you click on this brush on the side, the brush list opens. And you can choose the brush you want from here. And here, it is about modeling. When you have brushes, you can choose from here like mask, radial, base, set, cloud, and paint. I added them as a list here. You can choose from here. When you want to add a new brush here, click on the bottom. Look here as a none. And you can add the brush you want from here. Let's choose the same style, like this. You can add and remove it. When you press here, you can remove the brush you want from here. Mask, separate section. Rim, base, set, paint, and cloud. You can choose them separately. You can also fit them here. Sculpt brush, cloud, paint, base, set, rim, and mask. About mask. There is a pop-up menu on the top. I explained this in the mask section. There is the same in face set. And there is a pop-up menu in paintbrush. I explained these in each of their own videos. Let's come to this section. Open pie menu. You can click on this to make it open while you are editing the area. And when you click on the pin preview here, it won't be able to close anymore. You can see all the changes you made here. What do we have here? The slice display. It shows only the pages here. It shows the topics with the pages. And it shows only the topics. If you want to use a more simple one, you can choose this one. It shows the pages. At the bottom of it, you can also make it look like an arc. Then you can change the menu color here. And you can use a different tone in the second color. And you can increase and decrease opacity. The glow effect that comes out of this side. When you increase the value of this, you can create a bigger glow. I'm reducing this a little bit now. This is better, and the menu optimize. If you want to optimize the menu, you can use the screen card. It will open the viewport. It will hide some of the features. And when you close the menu optimize, you can see that the upper part is moving. These are the buttons in the menu. When you close it, you can see that all the shadows, movements, actions are closed. You can choose a variety of colors in randomize. You can choose a variety of color combinations. You can use it according to your choice. This is a very good feature. Double layer. When you close it, it appears under the list. For example, when you point the button over there, you will see it when you come to the cloud. Look, there is a double area. And let's just play the icon like this to make it look better. When you add this, you can see that half of it is inside and half of it is outside. You can use it as a double layer in 2 layers. Let's go down. In the Select slot, you can change the brush that is selected. Let's say you added a new brush. Let's say you selected this brush as a scrape field. Let's come to the brush here. Let's see the names. It's easier to understand. Let's say you added a scrape field. Of course, there is another one. This is something else. For example, you can change this name from here. For example, you can write it as relax. For example, it changed it as relax. You can adjust the size of the brush's icon from here. Oh, you can add a different PNG. Let's do it like this. Let's choose this. Look, you can increase and decrease the size of the icon here. And if the back cover is black, in this case, this is the add-on part. When the icon is custom PNG, I put some features related to how to empty the background plan. It raises the black and turns it into PNG, even if the file is PNG. PNG will already look empty in the background. You can add a different name in this area. You can change it to a different brush from here. Then I explained the color layer part in the videos. I explained the base set list. I explained the mask area. Now I'll tell you what's behind it. It's important for you to understand why. Color layer is about the sunset of vertex. It's about the different colors used. Face set list. A list of your face sets is given to you. It allows you to open and close the same Photoshop. It's working with the same pattern in the mask area, the layer system. It works with the system. Custom pivot is also shown as a separate video. You can watch it from that video. When you close the pin, it will close the menu when you empty it, friends. When you do the edit pivot in custom pivot, we take the place you want. You can transform it from there and move your object from here. You can move it like this. You can put the planter into your object. But this is an option. You can put this option, but you can't take it out. You can take it out in this add-on. You can take the place you want like ZBrush and rotate it from there. Or you can move. Then in the preset section, your brushes are defaulted. They are still ready. My brushes that I use. For you right now, you can't erase it, but you can create your own brushes. That is, you can change all your list here and add different brushes by giving different names. And you can record this. When you save it, it will create a new one for you. Let's say, my Sculpt preset. It can be deleted from here. It can import and export. Why are you doing this? It's all imported and exported. If you send a format to your computer, then you can import these brushes again. It records as a JSON file. And when you change the UI, you can record it here again. As you can see, we want to use the UI later. If you turn off the Blender, you can open these features later. But if you want to create different UI quickly, you can choose and record from here. Color preset. I explained this in the color section. In the color layers section, you can create a brush by selecting a picture from image. Let's say you want to use the colors here. Now, let's go to the brush. Let's go to the side. It creates a color list. It creates a picture palette. From the colors in the image, it creates a color palette. You can record a new palette after you create it yourself. You can record in the palette section. You can record from here. And the preset section is like this. By the way, I continue to develop this add-on. If you want to develop this part, of course, I will definitely evaluate it. I will continue to develop the add-on. I think we will get a great add-on. Then, let's go to the Preferences section. What happens in the Preferences section? Let's look at them. Open timeline. Now, I want to examine this part a little more. In the middle part, there is Edit. When you activate the Edit, you can change the places of the brushes here. Let's say here, 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 here. Let's change the part of the square. Let's go down a little. We can change them. By the way, let's close the menu optimizer. Let's change the places. After you've created the brushes, this a list. According to the list there, you can change it from here to here. By the way, when the center pi is indicated, let me close it like this. When you press 1, it always opens in the center when the menu is opened. If you close it, when you press 1, your mouse will be open from there. This means that the center pi provides the center. Now let's come to the features here. What does it light up? It lights up. When you open the menu, look, it uses a button when it comes up. If the brush goes anywhere, even if you are in the distance, even if your mouse goes anywhere, even if you are in the distance, it comes over the brush over there. If you click on the space, the brush you stop over there is selected. Now let me try here. I'm standing in the distance. If you close this, you only need to close the mouse when you reach the distance. You need to get as close as possible to choose. This is a different brush. When you click on a distance, it prevents you from choosing, unless you want to click on the menu. Select on release. Now you can reach one by one with the menu I told you at the beginning of the video. So UI background. In the middle of the UI, let's do it like this. Let's do it in the center. I selected 3 pictures from the menu. There are no pictures from the menu, but you can upload them to your own picture. If you click on the menu in each format, it will be sent. For example, I put a picture like this. Look at this picture from here. I selected this and this. I selected this. These are the pictures from here. For example, you want to see it here. You can put it on the menu like this and select it. I put it on 3 different options. Here we have the Reset Sculpt brushes. If you want to reset the brushes in the menu, you can do a reset here. Look, this is a special brush. It is changed as a relaxed slide. The interaction is here. When you come to Heyman, look, there is a straight up movement. This movement is done with power, pop, power speed. When you drop this value, let's say it's a good value. As you can see, the animation movement stays lower. If you increase it, let me increase it. Normally, this is default 10. Now it goes up much higher. You can see how fast it will be from here. It can go up very fast. If you want to make very small movements, it's high again. If you want to make it very small, you can use it here. Point line strand, the line that comes out here. I'll turn it off. You can increase or decrease the strength value of this line. You can increase or decrease the strength value of this line. Show tooltip when you go to the menu. You can see the opening and closing. When you close the tooltip, It doesn't look anymore. Of course, these are necessary settings to increase the performance. There are category titles here. You can change the names of the titles here. You can change the font size here. You can increase or decrease the font size here. You can change the font color. Menu size. Here, you can increase or decrease the font size. You can increase or decrease the font size. You can increase or decrease the font size. We've already seen this. It makes it look like a double layer. Icons. Addon. There is something about how much the background is cleaned. There is a setting. The maximum PNG you can raise here is 128 pixels. If the background is as clean as this, the circle clip is cleaned. When you raise it, the circle line around it is cleaned. I recommend the circle. There are a number of settings here. They are about how much the background are clean, how much shadow, how much softness this shadow will give. As soft as this shadow, fast and icon loading. I recommend this sign, because the PNG files you will raise. The PNG file Addon file. Optimization will make the process of raising too much. It will allow you to upload it in a certain way. The shadow menu is the background of the shadow that will be created in this background. There is a background in the background. In this background, you can see how much the sprite will spread around. Or you can think of it as the offset of the dropped shadow in the same Photoshop. You can think of it as the drop shadow in Photoshop. The text shadow will increase and decrease the strength in the background. If you can put a shadow under the writing, it will make it easier to read. You can do all these separately after making all the settings. Or you can take back all the settings you have done with Reset UI. You can take back all the settings you have done with Reset UI. I think it was a good example. I hope you will like it too. You can use it for good sculpting days. Thank you very much for listening to me and for your preference. Thank you very much for your interest. Please follow me in my next videos. And I open the Hersley content. Thank you.